Good morning, beautiful. If you're coming across this may be some daily tarot and oracle for you. I've made 30 videos. This is 26. Oh yeah. Stick around and enjoy the show. This might be very relevant to something going on in your life, and if it isn't, I don't know. Let's see what's going on. I'm using magical messages from your fairies, from Doreen Virtue. We're kicking off with that. So we're going to see what you need to know, why it's happening, and what you need to look out for. Easy Does It is making an appearance. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. Travel. Some of you might be moving. Some of you actually might be traveling for like work or what have you. But I feel like a good portion of you have to make some really important decisions on what your next move is going to be. I also feel like this is something that you have to do for yourself. Life has been slowing down, giving you time to contemplate. This isn't a time that is wasted. You're not lazy. Life is providing you a moment to start to check things out. The slowing down is not going to stop until you actually make your choice. It's not as detrimental to you as you would think. It's a point of moving forward. So, what do you need to know about these choices that need to be made? What are you trying to draw in? All right. Let's see. What do you need to know? I'm trying to see which deck I want to use. Not really feeling this one. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one. What is this move going to involve? All right, we're gonna do this. People that you surround yourself with. It is true, you do become the people that you choose to surround yourself with. They either build you up or they break you down or they don't grow. But who have you been committed to in this? Have you been committed to yourself and your growth? Have you been committing your self-growth to another person? Have you been watering it down for another being on this planet? This is talking about getting in touch with like-minded people, like-minded connections that you can actually put time and effort into, and that's going to be something that really grows with you. It's a time for you to see who you truly are. I'm getting pulled to use this deck again. So what about the community and devotion? Tell me more about that, Spirit. It pays for you to actually start, I guess, using a little bit of your aggressiveness, assertiveness. It's this huge fear of starting a fight, and as if you're going to be somehow the abrasive one in this one. I don't think that you've given a chance to stand up for much in this situation beforehand. Use Rider-Waite. This is so funny. Sorry, I got a notification as I'm reading this to you. Okay, so in regard to the sun and emotional healing, we have this. You have your options. None of which are instant, none of which are going to be something that snaps 1, 2, 3 and it's done. This is not a light switch opportunity here. So what I'm saying here is karma is actually coming in for you. Don't let that scare you. Whatever you've been putting off, whatever you've been dragging your feet on making a choice about, whether it's life direction or something stupid, what should you be doing for your meals? It's really that stupid in some cases. Like, what are the little ways that you have been at a disservice to yourself, where you haven't been honest with yourself, where you haven't been making these choices, where you've been delegating responsibility towards other people? This is all coming up ahead right now. Don't let that scare you. I will say this 1,000,000 times in this reading. Don't let it scare you. It's not meant to invoke fear. This is a time to let the freaking ghost go. Give up the ghost. Be in the present and dream of the future, which means that there is no room for the past in this. Be willing to express love. Put your heart into this. Listen to what your heart is telling you. And know that your heart wants you too. Some of you are going to be entering into new relationships. Some are romantic, some are not so romantic, but they are definitely soul contracts that are kindred spirits. I definitely have this strong feeling of a soul bond that is coming in. So I want to know what this fuzz that has to change between now and meeting that soul connection. You're going to have to fill your time up, because this is going to involve grief work. You're not running away from the grief, but you are not going to get the luxury of dwelling on what should have been different in this. It doesn't exist. Not in our conscious mind anyway. Whatever you need support in making the changes of, you're going to call it in now. And this is where the very slow emotional healing is coming into play. Some of you might be going through pretty challenging life changes, whether it's loss of a family member or leaving of family members, or if it's the loss of a career or career path, or the leaving of a career or a career path, because none of this, it's either coming to a close on its own, or it's no longer resonant for your particular life and path. And when you sit there and you think about it, it is jarring and it is excruciating. And it's this feeling of just, how are we here? How are we here in this moment with this? And I gotta tell you, babe, it's been building for a while. I have a lot of really weird cards. Okay, not weird, but oddly matched cards here. Karma is being served right now, and it's not meant to hurt anybody. The only reason why this is hurting is because somebody is not letting go of that grip. It's hanging on to an idea, a stubbornness even. And if this is unfortunately the loss of somebody who is, who's crossing over, if this is the loss of human life and somebody is crossing over, then it's being blindsided by it. Like, how could this have happened? So we're going to look in the reasoning behind the loss of relationships and the changing of life, because this is only for a very select few people who have actually lost somebody, and for that I'm sending you my condolences. If a connection in your life is drawing to a close, I'm sending you a lot of support in that, because that can be very excruciating. If this is something where it's a situation in life where it's changing direction, you still have support. All of this is absolutely, it's timely. So why is this happening now? What are you experiencing this for? time to pass the torch on. If you unfortunately are experiencing the loss of a loved one in life, know that you are very loved and cared for by them, and they're passing you the torch on this one. Not to be the matriarch or the patriarch of the family or any idea, but to take the reins in your life and to, I guess it's to say your time to shine. If we're looking at this in a relationship that is faded, then you've gone through an awakening, and now it's time for you to be nurtured in these loving connections. Something very intense is coming in. And it seems like it is completely out of left field, but I see this unbridled passion in this. I see it running towards you. It's very powerful. You're either having a reaffirmation of life and you are getting onto your true path because you are having a sense of mortality. Either that, or you realize how a connection has held you back through the years. You're never going to allow yourself to be in that position again. Or you are realizing how you have not been living up to your full potential. And in any way, shape, or form, you are learning to nurture and foster yourself in this connection, situation, or life purpose, and take the reins. So it's a really intense time. You have a lot of choices to make. The thing is, no matter what, you are aware of your knowledge in this. And this is giving you the go-ahead to make the choice and the understanding that regardless of whatever it is that you do choose, you are going to be happy. There's so many ways to be happy, but the choice that you made, you can rest easy with, that you will be happy with. The changes that you make in your life to fulfill your purpose are going to make you thriving. The changes that you make in your relationships to find ones that are fulfilling are going to put you on cloud 9. The changes that you are making in your life, if you are changing a life path, you are living in your most authentic light. And all of this, your authentic light is shining through. So, my dear, I'm throwing cards. You are not going to have anybody else make this choice for you. You're not going to let anyone make these decisions for your life. And I see that this is going to be a challenge. It's going to be an uncomfortable ride. I want clarification on this. Can I get clarification on the 5 of Pentacles? It's time for you to get down to business. This is going to be busy work for you. I do see that this is going to be challenging. It's going to have you at times exhausted, bewildered even, but this is the hard business of it. This is you making something incredibly solid. This is you getting rid of everything that has been at odds with you in this situation, or that has not been in alignment with you, or that has been inauthentic with you. And it's not personal. It is not personal. This is your life. It's your life's business. It's not against anybody. It's not to punish anybody. This is so the most authenticity can shine through. And I see for you, it's momentum for you and full steam ahead and laying some new groundwork. You're doing this right. So what do you need to avoid in this? What do you need to watch out for? Lots of wand energy in this. So, got 4 cards here, 2 of which are wands. We have cups and we have swords. I want clarification on this because I feel like what to avoid. Avoid abandoning the past situation. There's a point of moving on. It's different than abandoning. This is saying don't pretend that it didn't happen. Don't pretend that it didn't mean anything to you. Don't pretend that it's going with the light switch thing again. Yes, it does have this sense of failure, but this is the point to release all of that that pain. It's not a point of ghosting it, avoiding it. It's not avoiding looking at the hardship of it. And it's important to pick it apart, because if you don't, then you will repeat a cycle you already are aware of. So I really want you to check in with yourself with, why are you doing something when this is happening? Why are you making these choices? So we have messages from your angels. I'm gonna get this. What's the guidance from them, aside from not abandoning, not avoiding, not just dropping everything and running? So this is working through the grief period. I'm helping you with physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. Archangel Raphael. Your emotions are healing. No matter what is coming up in this, it's important that you hold space for yourself in that time. Whatever is coming up, whether it's grief, anger, sorrow, happiness, you're going to have a lot of unique experiences in the emotions that are coming up. Don't push them away. Sit with it. Spirit actually wants you to sit with it. This is how it's going to heal. You have to dig deep. Go in deep with this. So it's not meant to punish you. You're free from harm. The worst is behind you. You are being told that in this period you are safe. There's not an attack on you. Nobody's going to come after you. Nothing is going to take you out of this world. Stay in it. So you're healing the physical challenges in this. I do feel like this is a lot of remorse and anxiety around it. Your individual situation may very well be different. Again, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in depth, and intense, which is why I tell everybody, if you want to book a session, because your storyline is going to be so much more in depth, go ahead and reach out in the DMs. So if you follow the advice and really let yourself sit with this and heal, what can you expect? Major emotional investigation and fulfillment. It's going to be something that you're going to have to do shadow work throughout it, because you're going to be so happy, so in your place, that you're going to question whether or not you deserve it. You're going to get your happiness, but you got to work through the shadow work of why you feel like this is too good to be true in your life. It's not going away. So more cards on the potential outcome. There's a lot of relationships in your life that are going to involve work. The main one is obviously the one with yourself, because you've been at odds, and I think that you have starved yourself long enough. This is saying put your money where your mouth is on this. There's relationships that have been completely at odds, and I think that you have been completely at odds with yourself, and now it's time for you to start growing. It's time for you to start seeing how your hard work has paid off and how much you have been starved in this situation. A lot of earth energy, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, even time frames. And see what's growing from here. See what relationships are growing moving forward, and you're going to have even more evidence of ones that are no longer serving. So you will be letting those go. Alrighty. I do hope that this finds you well. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Hey, if you are randomly coming across this is probably a spirit message for you. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. If this does not resonate, never foresee to fit your life. I have made 30 of these mini videos. So if you are randomly coming across this, listen, see what this has to tell you. If you're watching these in order, cool. But let's see what Spirit wants you to know with Rider-Waite. All right, so bottom of the deck is this bad boy. I always go back to that one profile. I'm not going to put my whole self in this. I'm going to half-heartedly do this and expect the best outcome. I'm going to tiptoe around the area here to see if this is even worthwhile. Listen, you're going to get what you put into this. If you put half-hearted effort into this, you're going to have half-hearted results. All right. I have 3 cards here, so it seems to be a mind over emotion thing. I feel like fear is not leading the way on this one. You are actually being called to use logic in this. Is this something that the situation can, that you can get over in the situation? So we have a lot of air energy in this. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And it looks like something is coming to a close in your life. It does feel like some sort of disunion. And this is a disunion that it feels like you have got to be strong in this. I do feel like this is a fear of what it means if this does come to an end. It's a fear of the unknown. But I also see that you have to recognize the effort that was put into this. So it's time to be strong. Time to not attach yourself to a situation that is completely unfulfilling to you. I also see that the party's over, and that's okay. It's a law of compensation. Nothing can leave your life without something else coming in. So you are being pulled to let go of whatever this is that you've been clinging so hard onto, and let's see what life wants to give you now. It doesn't take away from what this served in your life, but there's something else that needs to shine in your life right now, or it needs to have its time with you. Bottom of the deck, baby. All right, it's kind of hot. We got pyramids in back. This is an unexplainable magnetic attraction in this, whether it's a person. All right, so something that feels insecure. But the masculine part of this is completely grounded. So, hey, we have masculine and feminine aspects of ourselves. Looks like whatever is claiming to, or whatever is showing more divine feminine aspects, is feeling completely unglued right now. And what I'm seeing here is whoever is carrying the more feminine energy in this, they're not trusting this grounded energy that is coming in. I feel like this is somebody who has been swept off their feet way too many times in the past for their own liking, and now it's like, okay, somebody's coming in to make an offer. And feminine is, they're actually coming off as the masculine in this one, and it seems like they're doing a dead sprint away from this. So we have king and queen. Queen is on her head. King is making an offer. We have the King of Wands. Oh my God. Okay, so bottom of the deck again with this. I'm not pulling any more cards on this. Listen, divine feminine, I don't care what your gender identity is in this one. It really does not matter. If you are embracing more of the feminine aspects of yourself, yeah, what I'm seeing in this is a solid offering, solid passionate offering. Masculine knows what they want. They're going after it with this bad boy. They want to make an offer. They want to build a future. They want to build a world with you. A lot of empowerment in this. So what would ease Divine Feminine's mind on this one? If you're looking for a relationship, this reading actually really might be for you. You might be getting somebody coming in hot and heavy. All right. So what we got here was the Ten of Swords in reverse. You're going to need consistency. They're going to have to simply show consistency in this one. Nothing more can be done. It's not a matter of promising you the world does not love bombing anybody like that. This is just, all right, show me. Show me with your actions. There's been a lot of empty promises in the past, and it's not this masculine's fault, but the only thing that he can do is show consistency. That's going to let the Divine Feminine's guard down. Takes time. Hey, if you're coming across this, you might need a message from, well, regular Rider-Waite. I almost said Wisdom of the Oracle. Maybe I should pull for that one. I'll pull in this with that one. So what do you need to know if you've come across this? I've made 30 mini videos. This is the third of 30. What do you need to know? Remember, if this does not resonate, never force these bad boys to fit your life. We have a knight coming in to give you an offer you don't want to refuse. A huge emotional offering, very fulfilling, but it's still not necessarily king. This is a little bit more youthful, a little bit more early in the energy. So what do you need to know? Wisdom of the Oracle wanted to make itself known early in the reading, so let's see what is up. Jeez. All right, out with it. Not down for playing games today. All right, let's do this. Wisdom, come on. Maybe I should clean that deck. Here we go. It just takes a moment. God. All right, somebody is coming to give you an offer. I think that this is somebody from the past who's coming in. I know. Listen, this might be an opportunity for you to get closure. There's no shortcuts in this. I do see that this is somebody who wants to give you an offer, but I really think that it's the same shenanigans as last time, maybe even unbeknownst to themselves. Maybe this is unintentional. This person can't seem to get out of their own way with this. This unfinished symphony is saying, all right, you're not going to really get the closure that you're looking for, but it's time to understand that this actually might be closure for you. And I see that it might not be sustainable. They're giving you an offer. It doesn't mean that you got to take it. So it's time for you to make a decision. If you're coming across this and somebody is coming in, playing the same games, giving you the same energy, call it out for what it is. Learn to let it go. I hope that made sense. Hey, if you're coming across this, chances are you need a whisper of love message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. If this doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. I've made 30 mini videos. This is the fourth. All right. So many cards just came out. I kept the ones that stayed up, well, upright. So treasure your loved ones. It is important to love each other deeply. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. You are limitless. You can do anything that you choose. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. All right. So somebody's coming in looking for forgiveness. I really have no doubt in my mind that this has been a sore spot in your life. Maybe an aching and a longing for somebody. That's perfectly fine. You know, in a lot of these readings, it has had this energy of somebody who's coming back. Sometimes it's coming back for closure. Sometimes it's coming back for reconciliation. But I also want to bring in the idea right now that maybe this is somebody who you've been focusing on energetically. And this energy, this person is coming to the forefront of your mind. And it's time for you to do the healing. Maybe not physically with them in the present moment, But maybe with the memory of them, maybe this is a way for you to get closure, to forgive them, to move on, so that you can actually engage in something that is healthy moving forward without bringing in the aches and pains from this of the past. Maybe it's time to see these people loving you at the only capacity that they knew at the time. And even if that wasn't good for you, it's seeing somebody where they are and not where you would wish them to be. So maybe this is a point of you forgiving them for not loving you in the way that you deserve to be loved and that you needed to be loved, and lovingly letting them go. Send them love and light. Lots of love in this. But the only thing that is real is love, and the different ways that it expresses itself in life. You have all of this in your hands, and you are going back to what is true and authentic and loving with you. It's going to be just as unique as you. It's going to be a journey. Well, if you're coming across this, something needs to be healed. So we're looking at Archangel Raphael. What do you need to know? Exercise is key. Get your blood pumping. Let's see. This is, I did 30 mini reads. So this is 5 of 30. If you're catching this might actually be really relevant to your life. If not, by all means, carry on about your day. But I do hope that this resonates. So caffeine free. You have enough in you to make this work. You have enough energy. You don't need any active stimulants. The only thing that is really coming to mind is, like, obviously it says caffeine free. But, you know, if you are trying to improve your life, maybe what this is talking about is, what are you adding into the mix? For some, you know, pre-workouts a thing. Some, you know, these energy boosters are a real thing. So what this is saying, how can you be as real and as raw in this as possible? I can't say squat to you because I've done pre-workout in the past and even in the recent past. So, you know, to each their own. I really do not care. But this is saying you're going to have your real, raw, energetic form come to the surface. You're going to be able to move at a pace that is perfect for you. And your natural energy, getting rid of stimulants, is oddly enough going to bring up all those levels. I think it's a point of not being dependent on something that is outside of yourself when it comes to this. Archangel Raphael is giving an indication here that it's time for you to live and pursue your life in the most authentic way possible, and I think every way with this, especially whatever you are absorbing, putting into your body. It's time to knock out all that, I guess, toxic additive stuff. Very interesting. It's time for you to get back to the bare basics and build off of that and see what your real strengths are.